Oh god, I'm a minute late. Can't be having this. Hang on. Right, video. Controller overlay is on and working. Display capture off, so it doesn't mess with MX bikes. Minimize that. Alerts on. Yes. All good. Nice. Cool. Red Bud's looking not a little red, buddy. Yeah, sorry about that, gamers. I can't do anything about that. It's the week after rather than the week of. But I'm hoping B-Claim stream mode's getting turned on Discord straight away. Appearance. Streamer mode. On. Nice. No more didn for the entire night. Good. Minimize that. Right, we're cool. My thumbs haven't actually done anything today yet, Cam, so I will probably be able to let you know in the next 10 minutes or so, and if we're going to have a good or bad day. What I did do, however, is after my pretty mid performance at High Point last week, I changed my settings again. Probably shouldn't have. I went a couple different directions. Like I went like 100 direct lean, 100 gain, and then turn the gain down a little bit, turn the direct lean down a bit, and gain back up. And I think I'm on like 85, 100 now. Yeah, 85, 100. And I was on... I can't actually remember what I was on. It's whatever you was on originally, Cam, when you told me to, like 60 something. And then I think I was on 60 something and then 98 or whatever, but I've gone to 85, 100. So it's actually a little bit more twitchy now. So we'll see how that goes. But I guess today's really the test for it. And I am going to be riding the Yamaha today, after I tried to not ride the Yamaha last Great Britain round. Didn't go too well. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, on a Yami. As I said, at High Point, at any time... Was it High Point? I think it was High Point. I told people any time that I try to not ride the Yamaha, tell me to stop being stupid and just to ride it because it is clearly superior. Day 8 of no MX bikes. That is a very good detox. Do you feel good, Splash? I mean, to be honest, if this series wasn't a thing, I probably would have gone 2 weeks. Yeah, I probably would have gone the full 2 weeks before Redbud, or together, you know, between High Point and Redbud. Redbud was a good watch though. I enjoyed it. Pretty good. Rusper definitely had a great time seeing Hunter getting her done as well. It was more exciting in Moto 2 because Charlie's a big Hunter Lawrence glazer and BP's a big Prado glazer. So seeing Hunter chase down, pass, and disappear from Prado, he was loving life. He was having a great time. I'm on a little bit of a detox of my own right now though, Splash. I'm currently about 28 hours in to a 72-hour fast. I've just been eating like way too much shit for months now at this point, so I just want to reset everything and go again from there. So strictly water for me for 72 hours. Belly is grumbling already, and that shows me that I am a fat boy. Humans were never designed to eat like 3 meals a day. They always would go out, hunt, catch their food, have a big meal, and then they wouldn't know when their next one would be. So the fact that I have tuned my body to be hungry every couple of hours is crazy work. No, I've got multivitamins and stuff anyway, in general, that I should look into. But I'm glad I've done my research because I've got... When I was like running a lot, I've got like an electrolyte out here just for hydration and stuff to stop you cramping as much, rather than just water alone. And I was doing research on like what can break fast and stuff, and it's like, oh well, like hydration powders and stuff are absolutely fine. And I looked at the ingredients on it, and is it maltodextrin? I can't remember the exact pronunciation. Maltodextrin and sucralose, which are both like sweeteners and stuff. And the sucralose apparently is fine, but the maltodextrin in it will cause your insulin to like spike and mess with your blood sugar levels, which will break the fast. So I'm glad that I didn't do it. I'm glad that I had done a little research first. Hello, Chase. Hope you're good, buddy. I would be much better, Chase, if you went back to streaming your aerial POVs. That'd make me much happier. Hmm. How long am I predicting the stream to go for? This time. I actually don't know. How long? Let me double check. How long was last week's? Just because it's a different format to Aerial Nights. It's a different organisation, different kind of series. So since we've just started, I can tell you exactly how long it's roughly going to go for. It should be probably about 3 hours is when it'll finish. 3 hours from this point. I always appreciate a real life grind over an MX Bikes grind. Is a valid excuse. I just wish that you were streaming. I had no idea you was a diabetic, Rodek. You can't, boys. You can't be teasing me with food right now. I'm a hungry boy, and I've still got 2 days to go. I did, when it comes to, like, fasting, though, you can literally start the nanosecond you finish eating a meal. So it's not like you have to wake up the next day and start from that point. So thankfully, it's not like a full 3 days, because I ate a motocross yesterday at, like, 3 PM, something like that. So I'm actually, yeah, I'm over 24 hours deep. I'm like 27 and a half-ish, 28 hours. You'll be right. I am on Germany right now, yes. The track that we're racing tonight comes out in like a minute and a half, so I just get the thumbs warmed up a little bit before we get on the track. I've only ridden Preston docks in real life once. I did enjoy it. It wasn't like the layout that the British guys race it on. It was a much easier layout for me. Well, we didn't do like the back, like whooped out sand section. It was a fun track though. The only thing that I did struggle on there was it's really windy. So I was hitting some of the tables, and you know how it is when you're like jumping and the wind's like side on, it goes with it. And that was a bit tricky for me. Not being the most confident jumper in the world, but other than that, it was an enjoyable track. The rollers are always like really nice as well. Bounce and wheelie your way through. Right, what's the time? Got 1 minute. Let's open this. Let's just close MX Bikes. That's enough practice for me, I think. We'll get another 25-ish minutes or so once we've got the track in the game as well. Yeah, 6 seconds. Will it let me refresh, or are we going to have issues? Oh, look at that. It automatically refreshed. That is very rare. Right, Verboso, MX Bikes, mods, tracks. Drag, drop, paste, enter. Cool. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we won't have any issues like we had at the last round of this, where the frames are a little bit wonky and the road is invisible in some of the corners. Because that was bad. Tyre choice, honestly, personal opinion. I couldn't tell you what tyre to run, because a lot of people run 110. Most of the time I run 120. There's people faster than me that run 110. There's people faster than me that run 20. There's people slower than me that run 110. There's people slower than me that run 120. It's very, very personal preference based. But it's interesting that you mention it, because I've been running 120 for a long time now, and I am messing around with 110 today, I'm pretty sure. Like, I was messing around with my setup just after high point. Yeah, so I'm on a 110 right now. So we'll see how that goes for me today. No idea. Put my advice on the roughness. What did I say about the roughness? It's sand traction. I mean, I rode... When I rode at Preston Docks, it was a very warm day, to be fair, so maybe it didn't get as deep as it would do, but wouldn't have considered the main track sand. Like, it was a little bit loamy in a couple of corners, but it weren't insane. This bit out the back, definitely sand, but yeah, I'm surprised to see the whole track being sand traction. Right, this is what I'm unfamiliar with. This is new ground for me. Oh, she is rough. Before the Redbud races happened, when we saw like the severe weather, I was licking my lips. I was like, oh god, are we going to have a mudder in MX bikes again? And then somehow, some way, that track managed to actually be rideable in the motos. I had no idea how it managed to dry up that quickly. I've seen some photos of just how rutted some of the sections were, so it wouldn't surprise me to see Brad going absolutely crazy. Do you reckon you could send that tabletop to the single? Rough enough on the jump faces. Yeah, that was only really because, I mean, that jump that I've just hit there, that, I don't think that actually had any ruts on it. I think that was all visual from the masking. Like, this one does. This one's got ruts. But, like, that tabletop I've just hit there to the right, in real life, that gets, like, rut all up the face of it, which I think is what I was saying about Hawkston. At Hawkston Park, the final tabletop on the track before you go across the finish line gets so disgustingly rutted, and the run-up to it gets so whooped out in real life. And like there was none of that in the in-game version. Then my other parts were really, really choppy. This is which I was surprised to see. Okay, them bales have collisions there. Just things I'm noticing that are strange, and I don't want it to come across as complaints, because I feel like Kevin does good work. I think it's more so because it's a place I have ridden. It's like them rollers there, it almost looks like he's just forced it into being doubles, where in real life they're not really that way. But then again, I've only ridden there once, so the track could have changed a lot by now. It's just like with the texturing and stuff, it makes it like you have to just double your way through. You can't like carry your front wheel or, you know, manual or anything. This bit's though, I've not done this bit before. Well, have I? Oh, no, okay. So where it disappears off over to the back there, I've not done. So I think what I would have done is, so where my cursor is, I would have joined across here, this way, hit that single, turn again, then we got a tabletop. And then I think it was a... Was it a left 180 after the table or a right 180? Oh no, it is. That was quite a lot different then. There's a fair few changes. So I can't just go in with IRL knowledge. Can we send this? Might be able to send that. Might not be an invisible wall there, we'll see. We'll try it again. Yeah, like this jump here, there's the tiniest little bit, but like, this thing gets proper rutted out on the face of it. So I was expecting to see the same here. These doubles are huge. Are these doubles this big? I have no idea. I'm gonna have to go back and watch some footage from the British. Oh. Okay. Can't get away with that. Yeah, Kevin made this. Yeah, very surprised that it's sand traction all the way around. Trying to think if I would have recorded or uploaded my day here. This was before I even had my Vile. This is when I was still riding BPs. Inside right is going to be a little bit tricky on that front wheel. I'm expecting my legs just to blow off the bike any second. Need to remember that goes... I keep jumping to the left there, I need to remember to go to the right slightly. Anything different we can do? Can we go like around the outside? That's not terrible. Very, very fast section. Probably want to hug the far left there so I don't hit that high spot that I did. Oh, front wants to go. This is feeling a lot easier to learn than Hawkstone was though. It's nice to see that he's put bales on the sides of the tables as well, so you can't like scumbag low lines at all. I've not played golf in a hot minute, Tolliver. I know Charlie's been getting back into it recently and sending me clips of his swing, his form getting better, which is kind of making me want to go again. I always go through stages of going like a couple times a week for, you know, like 2 months and then not touching it for half a year plus. And it's been a long time since I went now at this point, so I know whenever I do go again, even just to the range to shoot, oh, it's going to be bad. It's going to be tragic. My already existing really bad slice is going to be made even worse. Yeah, front end's still trying to go on me. It's a very, very fast track. I'm always biased when it comes to fast tracks, like the opposite way. Like, I like tracks to be as slow as possible, because then it gives me a chance of keeping up. When the tracks are like really, really quick everywhere, that's when I tend to be quite a bit further off the pace. The old man brain, and it's the eyes mostly. My eyes can't keep up with what's coming at me. I'll probably get away with downside in one of them. I want to see if you rail this. Yeah, you might be able to downside that roller if you can get far enough over to the right. Don't give that a go. I tried cutting down too much. Might be alright. Might be alright. I'm just hoping it's not one of them lines that you have to do to try and get a respectable qualifying time compared to everyone else. Is that... is that double even doable on a 250 if you're not railing the outside? I'm going to try and see if it's doable on a 450 from the inside. What's the... Huh? What's the game plan here? I've got no information on OEM bikes. I've got nothing to do with the OEM team these days. It's been a couple of years, unfortunately. So, it is as much of a question mark for me as it is for you guys on when, if, who, what years. No idea. What bikes it'll all include. I have no idea whatsoever. You actually kind of benefit from coming up slightly short on them doubles, so you don't get into them as much. I think it helps you keep your momentum going forwards rather than you bouncing up in the air. This is going to be dangerous for getting her legs off from jumping too far. That is brutally rough. Why am I... I'm banging off the limiter in second gear. Got 3 more gears to use. Sand's going to catch me out in a couple of corners. Sand's strange. Like sometimes it feels really, really grippy, and then others the wheels just seem to disappear from underneath you. Oh my goodness. Definitely makes it easy to tuck the front end. I think this corner's going to be very, very much just rail the outside. Just give yourself the best chance as possible to get over that. Yeah, he's put the bales in a good place to stop you low line in that second double there as well. Which is good. And I like... Hang on. Hear me out. In the preview pictures for the track, why is it not letting me... Oh, it's because I got stream mode on. Hang on. Let me save this image. And I'll pop it up on the screen instead. Move that to there. Minimize that. Bring that up. Right. There's tough blocks. Split in this like little split section here. And there's none in game. Very strange. Well, because I was just wondering, I was seeing if there was maybe a way of like scumbagging jumping across a split lane to make like one side faster than the other. No, it's not a low quality version. There was only one version for me to download. When I downloaded the track earlier, there was only one. There was no high and low at all. Yeah, I'm on a Yami. I think you were right though, with making a mistake is going to cost you a lot of time because of how fast it is. Like trying to get back up to that speed is going to be difficult. Oh god. Very curious as to how it's going to race. I've got no idea. That right side there's pretty booty cheeks. It's going to be... Sand bit me in the bum again. No, there's only two lanes in the picture. It's just the outside had an inside rut and like a full berm. Yeah, I wouldn't mind going back here again. I can't remember how long it took me to get there last time. I think it was quite a journey. So you can't... The front wheel can't mess up the braking bumps or the acceleration bumps if you just wheelie everywhere. Problem solved. Oh, that's going to be a pain in the ass. I barely tagged that bale there, and the collisions slowed me down loads. I'm praying there's no hard collisions again. I was so, like, pissed off at last round. Because I was actually battling with Boy for second place, like, the entirety of that second race. And just... Like, it happened. It is what it is. Like, shit happens. But I have no idea why we're putting hard collisions on objects in 2026. The game cannot handle it. Wrong place, wrong time. And, yeah, it happened. You will not one-guy me, Freddy. I can see, literally see the audio levels. I mean, it's technically started now. We've got... How long we got? We've got 13 minutes until qualifying begins. Then when qualifying's finished, there'll be LCQs. And then when LCQs are done, it'll be the two motos. The track works the same as any other track you get from the shop when it's a timed release, Oliver. There will be a password on the same page that you download it from that you have to put in there to drag and drop in. I definitely think them doubles are scaled up much more from what they are in real life, right? They do look cute. They look big. Oh, God. Yeah, if I can try and get within maybe like 5 seconds of top quality this week. I can remember, like, last week was one of my worst qualifyings of all time, I think. On that Suzuki, she did not do me any favours at all. Do not miss that rut, because you are left out to dry. I wanted to see if you could jump all the way onto that tabletop, but I think that is a no. I actually think it's going to be... Like, I know I'm saying this really, really early. Might be hard to pass people. There's a lot of corners that feel like they have a really dominant one line compared to the rest. Still trying to work out if I want to go inside or outside here. We are sliding on the sand. Yeah, I'll stick to the Yamaha. There's no reason for me to change it up. I see, when I first started having Subway, I would always have like meatball marinara every time. And then I switched it up to spicy Italian. And then I'd have... and spicy Italian was my go-to for years and years and years and years. But the last couple of times I had it, I went back to the roots. Went back to meatball marinara roots, and I've been enjoying it. Hello, Rux. But please, let's not discuss food right now. I'm a very hungry boy. And I've still got... Like, I've got 2 more days to go until I can eat. Other news, if anybody cares about what I get up to between these infrequent live streams these days. Thursday, so last week, Thursday, all the way up until, I mean, even still a little bit yesterday, food poisoning. Not good. Vomiting and shitting everywhere. Not ideal. Even at motocross yesterday, I made many frequent trips to the toilet. Stream's not being displayed anymore. Can't do much about that, unfortunately. What do you mean by being displayed? Like, is it a sub-box thing, a homepage thing? What's going on? I'm guessing it can only be from the kebab. Like, I had that like lunchtime that day before I started throwing up. But I've had that place like so many times and been fine. So yeah, no idea what caused it that time. But it wasn't pleasant. I have not thrown up since even before I've been with Linda. So I haven't vomited in well over 6 years. Until Thursday night, or early Friday morning. Yeah, from about 2 AM Friday morning until about 8 AM it was every 20 minutes going back to the bathroom for another deposit. It wasn't not ideal. Classic window that stream is live. Go on, search your channel and change the bell to all. Hide your content. Oh, yeah, that's not ideal. Appreciate the dedication though, Mike. Thank you for letting me know. I don't know where I want to go here. Let me see if you can cleanly double these two to the inside. Because if you can, I think it'll be by far the quickest way. Oh. It's just sand things. So if I ride this wall... It feels doable. Yeah, I still got the Yami Iro. Yeah. I mean, he has built the rough to be quite sharp, which might have done a good enough job to stop it being easily doable. But I do end up racing with a couple of freaks that just seem to be able to make impossible things happen. If you jump over to the right, you can do it, but then you're not set up for the corner. You still want to be jumping to the left side so you can get slotted in that rut. And you can jump out to the left there, but then you're making that corner really, really wide for yourself. If we switch up and go outside first. Yeah. No, maybe not. Unless start out wide. Thread the needle through the gap. Nope. Yeah, I feel like I'm getting enough pop to be able to double it cleanly. I'm good, thank you, Finn. The game is called MX Bikes. It's a PC-only game on Steam. One of them will find a way to do it clean and consistently. My old man fingers, though. Maybe not. And sign-ups for this race closed 24 minutes ago. So if you hadn't already signed up for it ahead of time, you won't be able to do it anymore. That table sends you to the absolute moon. And unless they built it up for the British, it might be a little bit overscaled in game, because if slow old man me can get over it in real life, then I promise you I'm not jumping as far as I just did in game. But then he started the big doubles over the back seem to be scaled up as well, so maybe he's just made the jumps bigger to make it more MX Bikes friendly, maybe? That's a good unit of measurement to use. If Linz can clear it in real life, then it shouldn't be big in game. I think one of the issues with a lot of UK tracks is they do end up riding really badly in bikes. Even like riding a 125 around them, it feels like you're overjumping everything. They do tend to be quite small and tame. Yeah, it's only tracks like your Hawkston Parks and things like that that end up being good in bikes. I think even doing that as messy as I did is probably still faster than going all the way around the outside. Very pleased for you, Cameron. I do not look at my lap times anymore. I don't think I've looked at my lap times at all since like mid-GPs. I just turn them off and just ride around until qualifying. I don't even have sectors up in qualifying anymore. I'll do a full out cross line and be like, oh, it wasn't even quicker. What did I waste my time for? But counting sector times is crazy work. I've seen some memes recently on like Instagram reels of people talking about the new YouTube CEO and changes that he's making. So is that genuinely a thing that they're making a bunch of changes? I know that I got a notification the other day about my membership or channel membership prices, and whilst the price stays the same in most countries, they're changing it in, to give you an example, like obviously whatever the Argentinian currency is, like it's pretty bad, like it's not very strong. So YouTube have changed it so like they'll pay more, so it ends up being equivalent to if like I was to buy it, for example. Might be better off to square this. Nah, I caught an extra bump I didn't want. Oh. Literally qualifying's gonna start. Let's go and do that. Let's go and do that. What's this gonna be called? There it is. Let's try group 2. Oh, look at that. Lovely. I had a 1 in 3 chance. Has anybody seen or heard the news yet that Sasha Coonan will not be doing Southwick anymore? Which is very disappointing to hear, but at least Lucas is still going. He basically had a pretty stinky GP over the weekend in South Africa. So KTM have now basically said your points lead isn't big enough, you can't go. Which to me sounds stupid because, like, let's say they're worried about him getting hurt, for example. You're just as likely to go and get hurt going and riding, testing wherever he's going as he is going and racing in the US anyway. I might have to put the one... I just had a thought. I know I'm meant to be trying out the 110 rear tyre today, but I've been enjoying the 120 on sand, and it is a sand track that we're doing. Well, it's a sand traction, so I might actually be better off riding the 120 tyre. When we done Lommel for the GPs earlier this year, I was so much faster on the 120 rear tyre. And I got a wild cam all up in my face. I just watch to see what Lion's cam's doing. At least I take any thought process out of it if I just copy him. Let's just jump into here, jump around, jump again. Fire tap. Guessing left side of this roller. Yeah. Stay low there. Oh my god, I'm gonna crash. Yep. That's a tricky one to not crash on. I said earlier, if you are not signed up, was not signed up to the event, you will not be able to get into the race anymore. This is an organised race through MyMXB. You have to sign up for it ahead of time. And then everybody that's signed up for it are the ones that get whitelisted into the servers. This is not a public race, not something I'm hosting. It's all out of my control from this point. I am purely just a competitor who happens to be live streaming their POV. I think Lucas has a great chance of winning, just because of how good he is in sand. I really, really do. can't believe how... I mean, I was gonna say I can't believe how rough that inside is. But the thing is, it's super, super rough and, like, weird and sketch. But it's still miles faster than the outside. I think. I'm sure that could change, so I'm sure someone will probably route around the outside of me. Maybe get off the back of the bike a bit too much straight away from going to the 120 rear tyre. I wonder if they started building these tracks before the overjump update came out. Because this track seems to have a lot of, like, harsh flat landings. There's a wild Godis on my screen. Love to see that. Gonna crash again, aren't I? Oh no, it's alright that time. Landed a little bit front wheel higher that time. Got away with it. Oh my goodness. I mean, yeah, the track's fairly straightforward to learn. I'm sure I'll still be multiple seconds off on a good qualifying lap. But it definitely feels easier to learn straight away than Hawkston did last week. I was struggling, say last week, last round. I was struggling a lot at Hawkston. To sign up for Aerial, mymxb.com, and sign up to the event before it happens. It's pretty much all there is. No licensing system or anything like that. Anybody's able to sign up for it. The races happen on disgusting lag spike again, by the way. No idea what's going on with these tracks so far this year. The races are on Fridays, so just have a look through the website on Friday and sign up for it. Oh, hold on to it. What's the start looking like here as well? Let's have a look. Yeah, okay. That's where I expected it to be. Okay. That is going to be so... The amount of people that are going to end up here after a turn 1 crash is going to be insane. Interesting. Rob. I wonder what the turnout's going to be this week. Because there's a lot of fast boys there at last round. I know the event had its issues with, like, the erode not showing up in places and game crashes from hard collisions, all that good stuff, like bad FPS. I'm wondering if that's going to deter many people when they'll give it a second chance, or if they're one and done. I'm torn between 3rd and 4th gear a lot of the time. I want to see if I can get away with 3rd in there, because I feel like I'm having to upshift a lot coming out of the corners. No idea where I'm in the points. My game crashed in Moto 2 last round, so probably nowhere good. Ah. What do we have to do to get it so we don't get these random FPS drops? on these tracks. Because you can be on a lap and get one of them bad boys, and it's like, yeah, well, GG to the lap, done, over. And I hate just waiting for it to happen and feeling like it's a game of chance or luck on if you're going to have a clean run or not. Like, it's a bit better than last week's was, but they're still there. And I don't think that I really get them at all on the aerial tracks, so I don't think that's the issue. Well, I don't think it's a me problem. I reckon if I can be within like 5 seconds of Cam's quality time, I'll take that. Usually if I'm around that gap behind, then in the race I should be able to try and fight for a podium. Hopefully. It's weird how that works. Well, the outside's really shallow. Like, it looks built up, but I think it's just the texturing. I think I'm going to just go inside in that corner. The timed qualifying should be starting any second now. Like, the timer has hit 0 for the practicing. I think when it comes to putting all like the objects and everything like that in there as well, a lot of it is because it's being like sold. So you want a full package. I don't think many people are going to buy into just a track, like in the abyss, you know, no environment or anything at all. But like Rufio said, the lag spike probably isn't even caused by any of the objects around. Like, it's the actual textures on the track itself that could be causing it. MX Bikes is an incredibly poorly optimized game, so there's so many different factors that it could be. Probably should have waited a second before starting the lap, because I am going to have no vision. How the How did Moy just hit that corner that fast? Oh, that must have been like well over a second quicker. Ah, I missed my inside, goddammit. Oh, all wheels went over the right, that was close. I wonder what cuts are going to be like hugging that far left of that strip. I wonder if you can push it really, really far. I'm going to be so torn at this point every single lap on if I just send it and try and double it or and risk crashing. Oh, it didn't even matter. I checked up and still almost crashed. We've got a bank lap in. Quick, take a picture on top of qualifying until somebody else crosses the line. Yeah. Is he... He's not done double height map again, has he? Because that will cause a lot of issues. Like, there's no reason for a double height map around here. I know that he had one in Hawkson, which is why the road was messed up. Unless he's doing it for, like, this show here. No, you can ride on this as well. Didn't even know this existed. I don't remember. Didn't know this was a thing. Yeah, you know what? Everybody else can go and race that. I'm doing this instead. This is more my skill level. We go again. God damn it. I thought I was being special by, like, trying to go over them 2 inside rolls and carry speed, but from the guy in front of me, it just looks like you may as well shroud the outside. It's much easier to do. I didn't gain any time. So close to going over that berm. Can't really see where I'm going. It was only a little bit quicker, it wasn't great. Now, I was about to say the track feels really populated and they've got 34 people in there, so I'm not surprised. I've got a cat trying to get into my room. Give me a second. Okay, here we go again. I know I keep mentioning start laps right behind this guy. I also don't understand how he's as laggy as he is on not really high ping. I'm not locked in now, my position that I was sitting in has changed. I haven't tried inside here yet, I don't think. Oh, that's what. Oh, goodness me. I don't know why the whole the whole track is sand. Very high chances that doesn't count. I did just go off the outside the markers there. Gonna crash here. Some I didn't, but too wobbly. We'll go again. Like, the track's loamy in real life. I wouldn't, like... I know, obviously, the section out the back has to be sand, because that is sand. But this whole front section, I'm quite surprised by it. Not really flowing right now. Not locked into the corners. Oh, not good. Oh. I mean, yeah, I've ridden this track in real life as well, Kevin, and like I might be the biggest sand hater in real life ever. Like, I'm awful at it, so I know when a track is deep sand. The back bit of this is deep sand, but maybe it's just the day that I went as well, or maybe they prep it differently for the series that the Selfie does. I just know the one day that I went, it wasn't actually that loamy at all. It's only because the sand traction in game does like kind of limit the line choices a lot, just with the different traction type. Oh, I'm too far inside. Stop. Yes. I want to experiment with sending that to one roller further, but I'm a bit scared. Come up too short or go too long, you're either going to get your legs off or lose all your momentum. Motherfucking bales! Oh my god, I can't get out of them. I'm a magnet, I'm glued to them. Ah, fuck off. Oh. Bad start to my day. Hell, Callum. Yeah, mine was just a practice day, so they probably dug it a lot deeper for the racing that Selfie does. Oh, just again, throwing it out there as well. I haven't eaten for 28 hours, so if I get angry during the race at all, it will be a hangry. It will be purely out of hunger. Nah, Canderite's too far away for me. Used to go all the time when I lived in the south, but now I live up north. Definitely not worth the travel. Well, like all Canadarites is good for these days is going and getting second-hand high, because everyone walking around stoned off their fucking nut. Just stinks of weed everywhere you go. No, I can't, well, I'm not eating for 72 hours, so I'm pretty much one day down. I've got two days to go. Not for religious reasons, just to reset everything, just because I've been eating so much shit recently. I feel like I'm not moving forwards anywhere. Oh, God. Don't let anybody on the internet tell you what suspension you should run. Free setups exist for a reason. Try the free setups. If you like them and you still feel like you need to invest in them, then invest in them. There is no one-size-fits-all best suspension. Everybody's different speeds to each other. Everybody plays the game differently to each other. One suspension that works for Cam will not work for somebody that's got 10 hours in the game, and vice versa. So, shop around, see what works for you. And it don't matter how many different TikToks you see of these 20 different suspension brands and MX bikes that all seem to have 3 letters. XYZ suspension, ABC suspension, LMN, O. That's 4. LMN suspension, anything. No matter how many you see, I promise you, the first time that they try it in the whoops, they're doing it bad on purpose, and then the second time they try and hit it well. So just try stuff for yourself, don't just go out and buy stuff blindly without trying it. I get all the way over? Oh, no. I just want to see how far I can get away with jumping into those bumps there. Fuck's sake. Ah! Just sand things again. My back wheel's got the tiniest bit too high on top of that berm. So like the entire next straight, I've got no forwards momentum because the wheel was spinning in the corner. It's all sand is, it's just carrying your momentum everywhere and trying not to slide the back wheel out. Plus, I am also, I suppose this is my first race on a different, or slightly different setup. Like my game's 85 now compared to like the 60 whatever it was before, so it doesn't surprise me that I'm not flowing around the ruts very well. I promise it's just the fact that we've got really choppy acceleration bumps and sand, that's why there is sliding. It's a unique combination that you don't get very much, because it feels like the bumps are built for just a normal track, and then the traction is sand. Usually when you have a sand track, it's all like whooped out and rollery. So it's just something different to try and adapt to. I physically couldn't turn over to the right there because both wheels were sliding at the same time. I only went like half a second quicker. Yeah, I'm still 3 seconds off, but to be fair, it's still much better than I was on the Suzuki at Hawkstone last week. Yeah, not ideal. I'm not sure what flavour of G Fuel Breezy started sniffing, but he's had really, really good times the last 2 weeks. Where is he? There he is. Yeah, Breezy's been munching. I noticed Reed's in here qualifying, even though he said he's a big boy now. I mean, he just can't play bikes anymore. I'm not racing the Honda. I know far too well that that is just a recipe for pain. You can get away with it on some tracks, but with how harsh the roughness is being built on these ones, there's just no point. I mean, we saw what happened when I tried riding the Suzuki at Hawkston last week in qualifying. Right. That's probably not going to count, but we'll keep trying. The bike just decided to hook to the left there. Cool. Pretty sure I'd stop turning. 450s are much harder to use than 250s. But it's stupid how easy the 250s are to ride. Just with the grip and the weight, they're a lot less wonky. So if you can't get used to the 450s, that is the reason. They are just harder. Now, I'm sure people will take that and twist it from what I actually said to what they think they wanted to hear. Riding a 250 at pro speed, still very, very difficult to do. But to just ride, to play the game and ride a 250, it's so much easier than riding a 450. Oh, it's fucking sand. I hate it. Was Hawkston sand last week? I don't remember hearing sand traction. And to me, Hawkston is deeper than Preston Doctors. Again, this back section excluded, but the whole front part. Oh. Uh-oh. P27. I'm not sure if that's going to cut it, Fred, when they combine everyone together. I think they've changed it, so... Was it top... It was a 40-man gate last round, wasn't it? I think it was top 36 and then 4 from LCQ. I think now they're doing like top 32 and 4 from LCQ for 36 on the gate in total. Astro said, can't see what gate we're picking. Oh, yeah. Mmm. Can kind of see through that one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's gate 1's on the outside and gate 40's on the inside. Should be fine. Yeah, Paboso really cares about his game. He cares so much about his game and how it's perceived by people. Should do a little research as well. Just see, you know, because I just really fancy some Russian Viagra right now. Let's have a look. Oh, your city's prettiest girls. Find your type tonight. Let her make your special night. Any Russian Viagra anywhere? Anything we could find? Oh no, actually the races page is fine. There we go, other. Ah, why buying medicines is a smart choice. $500,000 in software deals to grow my business. This is lovely. This is exactly what I want to see when I come onto the MX Bikes forums. Here we go. I'm guessing that's probably the same thing. WDev. Is it that hard to take 10 minutes to go onto your own forums and just delete some shit? I say, thank God that MXB mods exists at the moment to get tracks from instead of the forums. Could you imagine? I do think I'm going to have a lot more joy and success on this track by slowing it down a bit. Qualifying also always gets a little bit more stressful. 39 months.
39 months of membership. Hello, Mr. Whiskers.
Is that because my stash is getting way too long? I've just been too lazy to shave. It's too lazy to trim it down. Maybe over the next couple of days I will. Thank you, Chris's. I'm just very curious on how this is gonna race. Like I said, it does seem like most corners have a very, very strong primary line. But I think there's probably going to be quite a few mistakes out of people. So if you can keep her up on two wheels, should be able to capitalise on people's issues. The first corner is going to be very, very interesting. Especially because people are going to forget that it's sand as well. Everyone's going to go to brake into turn one, and the bikes just aren't going to stop. They're just going to keep going and going and going and going. I feel sorry for the 250 guys trying to get over these double, or that first double. Because you have to hit the outside pretty damn good on a 450 to get it. That's not terrible. Cutting across in the last second. Cut across here. Them sponge drops do have collisions, but they didn't seem to affect me much at all. Oh no, they did more that time. I might have just barely clipped it on the first attempt. Oh. Tried doing a 360, that did not work. Only because I don't think there's a consistent way of doubling into here. And if you want to go all the way around the outside, it's so much longer. I'd like to go all the way out here. Especially because that far outside berm doesn't hold you very well, it's quite shallow. But that one's really shallow as well.
Hope all H been well. Good luck today.
Stephen, you feeling alright? Usually it's just 100 and now you've upped it to 150. Like, is business booming? Excuse me? Jesus. Has all been well? I mean, yeah, I had really bad food poisoning from Thursday through until... I mean, it's tapering off a little bit. Yesterday, still, but it's pretty much gone now. So that wasn't ideal. Other than that, though, went riding yesterday. Raced at Hawkston Park. Didn't actually ride particularly well, but still, it's always nice to get out of the house on the rare occasion that I do so. But damn, appreciate you. Hope you're doing well. Actually, you doing well is more important. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, see, well, the thing is, there's no markers that I'm cutting back and forth between on the split lane, so I can do it. Or they were there and I just happened to knock them down earlier in that same race and then pretended that they wasn't there. So, that's the one. Like, Garrett, did anybody watch the MXGP yesterday? I'll be honest, I think most of the time these days the GP is just shit to watch. There's like 15 people in each class and it gets very, very boring. But the track, South Africa, also looked really shit for the riders in real life, but I think that would make such a good track in-game. Like generally like a fun track. Very jumpy, very split-laney. Like, it looked awful for racing. So it's like I watched 250 Moto 1 and 450 Moto 1. I watched about 30 seconds of it in total because I kept skipping through like 3 or 4 minutes at a time. And the stand-ins, nobody had moved position at all. Everybody was just going the same speed as each other. So I'm glad I didn't sit there and waste like a full 35 minutes watching the full race for nothing to happen. But yeah, the track itself, I reckon that'd be great fun in game. Right, where did we get overall? 11th, which is much better. Much better than last week. I swear I was like 21st or something last week. So we can definitely work with that. What should you do in the LCQ to get the best chance? Try and start as far to the inside as possible. And if you still have a shit gate and you can't go to the inside, let everybody else go. Look to your left, and then just cut far left and try and sneak up the inside of everybody, because everybody's going to push far wide in turn 1 and crash. And then you just kind of tiptoe your way through on the tight inside. The reason I say look left before you carve left is because if you don't look left, you have a very high chance of just running into somebody anyway and going down before you even get to turn 1. But there is 0 point in you going for the start. And then after you manage to tiptoe past everyone on the start, then just don't crash. And that just did not come back round. Going well, thank you, Jay Steels. Welcome. Oh, can you do... It's never going to happen. I'm wondering if, like, if you have to, can you just roll and then do an alternative double? Because otherwise you're just going to be single, 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 and it's going to be awful. Okay, yes, very outside dominant in that corner. Did I save the 120 rear tyre? Because I'm sliding all over the place. I did. Ruh-roh. Hello, Azzy. I suppose I need to work sand out if we got Southwick for in 2 weeks' time. Well, week and a half. Join ALCQ. My bad, pimp. I forgot I was commentating stuff. Let me see if there's anybody worth watching in 450 LCQ. I mean, Godis is in 450 LCQ. Oles is in 450 LCQs. Should we watch Oles and give him like loads of pressure to not make it into the top 4? I think we should do that. Keep typing in ARL. MX BGB? I can't see the 251 anyway. Don't you watch you? I definitely wouldn't do that to you, Freddy. Not at all. Hello, Louis. Hunter is riding amazingly, yeah.
Tell you what, gives himself a facial there, doesn't he?
At WeWoo 174 became a member. At WeWoo 174 celebrates 17 months of membership.
Why did Brian not read out unless it classes as spam because it's like multiple letters in a row? I think that might be the reason. I think if it's like you have the same letter like more than 3 times in a row, it classes it as spam and doesn't read it out. Got to remember all my buttons again now. Turn that off. Turn that off. Do that and that. I think it should be good. Can I see people's names on the track? Yep. It's good. Yeah, I think the only thing stopping Hunter is him having like a massive blow up himself. I do think this is finally his time. And I need to be in a call and recording the voices when he does, or if he does win the championship, because I need to see what Russell's reaction is going to be. I'm not sure where Breezy's got all of this speed from suddenly. It's very peculiar, isn't it? Can't claim any shenanigans though. Breezy's always been fast for like public lobby speed. It's just his actual aerial races and stuff that are never great. But you know, maybe home tracks. Being from the UK himself, maybe this is just his thing. Didn't realise that this first corner was slightly off camber as well. That's going to be really... I mean, you saw there from Hazard. You see how tricky that's going to be with it being sand. If I'd answer this first corner is going to be chaos. I might just sit here and see how many people end up down here with me and this this Marshall. This guy, just chilling. Worst part is people say Jet's not his best. Well, I agree that he isn't. But then Hunter is also still riding really, really well. This is... I said before we even done a single moto of outdoors this year, I said that if Deegan beats Jet, it's... oh, Jet's injured. And if Jet beats Deegan, it will be... oh, but Deegan's only just moved on to a 450. So whatever fan base you are in, whoever your preferred rider is, people will unknowingly find a way of forming a narrative to suit them, if that makes sense. I'll try and look at like previous stuff. I mean, in previous outdoor seasons, Jet has had to come from the back. Remember, didn't he have quite... I think it was actually a Redbud that he had to come from a long way back and worked his way through and still won, didn't he? So then comparing that to what we saw on Saturday, with him going down twice and not really being able to make up that much time, that to me tells me that he's not 100%. I mentioned this on the last one of these rounds that we did. It was 2 weeks ago that I live streamed it, and people in the comments weren't happy with me at all. I'm guessing they just really like Deegan and they don't like hearing anything negative about their golden child. But my opinion on Deegan going into this outdoor season is always you have to stick to a narrative that you're following. I don't think you can turn up one week with like the t-shirt with Ripjet and all that stuff and giving it Billy Big Bollocks. And then when it doesn't go your way, say you're just learning. Then when it does go your way, go, oh, they're looking behind at me, I'm gaining on them. I think you either need to be a cocky arsehole the whole time, which I think he should do and it suits him, or you should just be humble all the time. It's the flopping back and forth week on week that I don't find it like interesting at all. And some people do. That's why people have fans. You know, different people have their different interests and opinions and riders that they want to root for. That's just how it goes. But I would much rather you go in with like the big ego mentality every race, rather than go into a season saying this, that, and the other. But then when you get beaten, say, "Oh, these two are the best in the world." I'd rather just be humble all the time and just go into the whole season going, "Yeah, I'm just looking to learn, hopefully get some podiums, like this, that, and the other," and just do that. I think a lot of people would like him more. If that makes sense. Like, I would, like, enjoy it, like, because there's no arguing saying, like, he is an absolutely disgusting machine on a motorbike. Like, he can ride a fucking motorbike. He's so good. I would much rather sit there and watch somebody in their 450 rookie season building, getting good results, and getting closer and closer to winning, and then on the podium afterwards being like, yeah, it's like we're building, it's going well, rather than coming into it with all of the antics and like almost like a wrestling-esque style, which I know sells, but I'm an old man, you know, it's not for me. It's not up my alley. That's why I really enjoyed watching Lucas Coonan do well at Thunder Valley, is because he had two really good motos, and on the podium, he was just really humble. There's nothing ulterior about that. He wasn't trying to cause any controversy. He just said, like, yeah, the brothers are insane. Good weekend. Happy to be here. And then he goes back to went back to that track in Italy, which looked horrendous. I feel bad for him. Yeah, I mean, well, when Jet's done the throw your toys out the pram thing before anyway, hasn't he? If you remember when he was on a 250 at Red Bud and he threw his bike into the banners because like something went wrong. Like, everybody's allowed to... But one thing that I don't think people understand, and which I don't know how they don't understand, because we've all been in the same situation. Have you ever come back from a race in real life that didn't go the way that you wanted, or just something went wrong, or you didn't feel like you rode as good as you can do? Have you ever come back from that race and been really smiley and really happy and wanted to have cameras pointed in your face and this, that, and the other? Because I haven't. These are still humans at the end of the day. They're not these untouchable gods that don't have emotions and feelings. No, we're just waiting on Benji. Waiting on Benji and MX Michael. Because for some reason people still keep leaving and rejoining. I mean, I suppose any publicity is good publicity for them. But I'm not generating anything myself. It's like I'm not watching videos, I'm not buying merch or anything. And that's what a lot of the antics is for, is to try and get any eyes on it to sell stuff, pretty much. That's how it goes. So I know the reason for it. I'm sure if you're not at a track or there's no camera on him, I'm sure he's probably quite a nice person. I think Hunter's stayed so much more level-headed than I ever would over the years, like, as well. Could you imagine like constantly for like years and years and years, just barely come in second to your younger brother. And then any interviews that happen, it's all about Jet. Any of your interviews that happen, they're asking you about Jet. So I've got no dislike of Hunter at all. I like giving him shit just because Charlie really likes him, and I like winding Charlie up. But no, I'd be really happy for Hunter to get it done. That's why I was torn in Supercross as well. Oh, the bitrate is not bitrating right now, or the bandwidth. Let's have a look at this first corner carnage. Where are we going? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, I had about 12 people there up on the grass. AK is taking in one of the most interesting lines to rejoin a track I've ever seen in my life. Where did he end up? That was insane. Bro missed so much of the track. Oh my goodness. Well, okay, that's why I was so, yeah, I was really torn at the end of the Supercross season, because I like Hunter and I like Kenny. And my only reasoning for wanting Kenny to win the whole thing was because I feel like Kenny would just never have another chance to do it, so I'm happy that he got it done. Whereas I think Hunter definitely does and will have other chances. So, we're going into the sand for the first time in this race. We've got Dylan out in front on the Nexus machine. Well, he just crashed there, didn't hear the bike. We've then got Real in second. One of the many ollies that play this game, going down, getting into Harvey. Where is... I did just see Cam in chat say, woo go Ols. Hang on a second. Who is Blood? This used to be the MX Simulator team that I was on. Who is Yellow? And don't say an Asian, you racist fuckers. How many people we got? I feel there's like 80 people in this race. We're still going. Okay, J-Wayne might have had the stinkiest start in MX Bikes history. So J-Wayne is here. Leader. Still going. The leader is all the way up here. Dylan must have gone down. Looks like Dylan's lost the lead. So Real is going to take over the lead here with Ewan just behind him. Then we've got Sander in third. Yeah, all Lee's taking the outside, which is to be expected. AK going middle. I was about to say, surely you can't go over that from the middle. That's crazy work. Got Scoop, Harvey, and Thunder. Sport Oldsmore if he wasn't on SYS. Yeah, but you got to go where the publicity is, right? Surely SYS has more aura than Moto Academy. Or if time's changed, there he is. On the SIS machine. Let's follow him for a little bit. Maybe he's got the stream open in the background so he can hear me. He's not going to be happy that was an Element rider that he just got into. Doles and Element have a little bit of bad blood going on. What do we... I would be very, very shocked this year if USA didn't win Nations. I know it's not on US soil, so a lot of the US riders will have no desire to go and do it. Seems to be a common theme. I'm sure people might get upset with me saying that as well. But, you know, the last couple of years don't lie. But I think US have a really, really good chance of winning Nations this year, especially with neither of Lawrence's doing it for Australia. I'm curious to what their team would be. And what iteration of it would be as well. Because, like, let's say you can't have, like, an Eli and you can't have a Sexton. Let's say you've got some form of maybe, like, a Justin Cooper, RJ Hampshire, Hayden Deegan trio. Who do you put on the 250? I've seen a few people saying Belgium are going to do really well. I'm just not sure how high on Liam Everts I am at the moment. And don't get me wrong, before I'm a Lawrence Glazer, I was a big old Stefan Everts Glazer. I think he's the best person to ever throw a leg over a motocross bike. But yeah, I just feel like Liam's been a little bit lackluster. Right, I need to stop watching Ols. Way too much attention for him. Right, first place over line. This is a very, very short LCQ here. We've only probably got 2 laps left to go based on the times they went across the line there. So we've got Ewan out in the front. We've got Real in a very close P2. Donnelly moves his way up into 3rd. And then we've got AK and Harvey going out for that 4th and final spot. What happened to... Dylan's all the way back in 17th. Bro shit the bed unless something went wrong for him. That went horribly wrong. Right, so now Harvey has made his way back past AK. This is a battle we're looking at. Real making a mistake though, so he's going to fall back into the clutches of these two. Hitting that double from the middle. I might have to give it a go. I'm just scared of messing it up. Things you can get, yeah, you can probably get over it from the middle. But at least when you go to the outside, you can scrub it. And I like to stay low and carry more speed as well. Would you trust Kitchen, though, for a result? Because he's been very hit and miss so far this season. Oh, AK goes down. Uh-oh. That's actually not very good at all. So, oh, wait. Oh, no, it's fine, yeah. So Ewan should be comfortable. Unless his wheels fall off, he should be okay. Then we got Donnelly. Then we got Real. That was a shadow. Then we've got AK. Oh my god, this could... I mean, any of these could make it through. Tanner. Oh, what just happened there? Oh my god, boys, we've got to slow down. There's bikes down in front of us. I mean, Sander did have a very interesting track entry there. He just pulled out fully sideways. No intention of joining the circuit in the direction of travel. Sander going up the inside. Is this going to be aggressive? No, he keeps it into the middle. Messes up, though. He's not going to be able to go over this double. Tanner going to jump up and over his head low. Getting a bit steezy with it at the same time. So it's still between these guys. I mean, nobody wants to get that fourth and final spot right now. Harvey's in the driving seat. Or goes over that tight inside line there. Somebody else just went down. That's Thunder. So it sounds like Cowie are just the worst manufacturer or worst brand of bike you could have at the moment. Shit 450s. Don't want to support the nation when it comes to MX Nations. Big stinky. Do not go out and buy a Cowie. At least Marchbanks is able to get around a track on one. I mean, I suppose you couldn't really put two different riding styles together though, could you? Like, if you was to compare Marchbanks to Sexton and try and put them on the same bike, like what works for one just definitely isn't going to work for the other. I have just seen, and it might be what I mentioned on lap 1, where AK missed like a large majority of the first corner out. AK has a lot of cuts. And we are on the last lap here, so unless Harvey goes down, I'm hoping Harvey has max HUD on. If he does, then he should know that he can let AK pass with no worries and he'll still be safe. And I believe AK has like 5 or 6 seconds of cuts at this point. So what he's going to have to do, his only real option is to either hope that Harvey goes down, or catch up to him and take him out and put him on the ground. But front three. Ewan's gap has closed, or has gone down quite a lot, so he must have made a mistake. Still got Donnelly in second, still got Real in third. These three should hopefully just make it to the finish line. They've got one corner left to go. Just nice and smooth. Oh! Harvey has gone down. And it shouldn't matter. He just has to cross the line just behind AK. I mean, does anybody want to make it through to these motos? I feel like we're wobbling all over the place. Yeah, AK is going to go... Harvey, what? Oh. That might be one of the biggest chokes I've ever seen in this game. Bro legit had like a 6-second cut advantage. And he managed to throw it away. That is a generational fumble. If I was AK, when this race is finished, I would go out and buy myself a lottery ticket. Oh, what? Sasha's doing it now? I thought KTM said no to him. That's why I thought it was just Lucas doing Southwick now, because Sasha had quite a stinky South Africa. That's cool though. That's good if they are both able to do it. I'll be honest. I could see a world where Lucas goes 1-1, but I just have no faith in Sasha being able to keep her up on 2 wheels for 2 full motos. I mean, my memory's never any good. Can anybody remember if Joe's decent in sand? I feel like Kitchen's decent in sand. I can't recall Shimoda's previous sand results, and I've got no idea what Cole's like in sand. So, I mean, Sasha might be able to crash and still win, to be honest. I mean, the 250 class so far this year has looked a little bit shaky in terms of consistent results. Now, see, when it comes to a sand track, I still think even a 100% jet struggles to beat Lucas. So now we've got a jet whose ankle doesn't bend properly on a sand track. I feel like Lucas has that in the bag. As long as he can get out the gate. He just needs to get out the gate well. The flip side as well is I think like 450s is going to be fun to watch because I know that both the Lawrences do practice in sand. Like I've seen their vlogs where they ride in a sand track. But then at the same time, Deegan has been out at Southwick already with like Cooper Webb, like riding it. So he's got practice in as well. So I think it's going to be really interesting 450 races. I'm excited to watch them. But it's motocross as well, though, isn't it? Anything can happen. Just a bad start. Anything. But I feel like, yeah, again, we're having this same conversation where nobody's mentioned Hunter's name. I mean, he's been solid every single round. Thunder Valley was a little bit shaky, but everyone's allowed a bad round. Thank you, Moto. Yeah, I know that so Southwick sand isn't the same as like a Lommel sand is the issue. It's got that slick base underneath, so I don't think we can just copy and paste the Coonan's GP results onto Southwick. It is still going to be different. We've just got a little bit of downtime at the moment. It should only be a couple of minutes, I think, before the Moto lobby goes up. I don't think people are mentioning Prado because Prado hasn't really done anything yet. And whilst you might turn that around a bit, oh, but he was leading at Redbud. So he was leading at Redbud, that's very true. But at the same time, he still got caught, passed, and sent to Gapplebee's by Hunter. So I need to see more from him. And not only do I need to see more from him, I need to see more from him from an entire race. Because I don't know if he has bad fitness or what, but the last 10 minutes of a race, he just seems to disappear. Backwards, not forwards. And we know that the fastest qualifier doesn't always win. You got to be good for a full 30 minutes. Didn't someone say that he ran like a 109 at the start of a race, or a 209 at the start, and he was in like 215s at the end? I would call that fading. Is there any way of seeing? Red Bard 450 timing. That's just want to be qualifying though. Is there a way of seeing like a lap by lap analysis of the races from all the riders? This is never something that I've gone and looked at after the fact. RacerX Online. Like how it has everything except 450 Moto 2. Have a look, full results. I'll have a look at Moto 1. Doesn't seem to be loading anything on my web browser. So that idea's gone. Oh, just waiting for the server to go up, gamers. Bear with me. But I do have to bring you some terrible news. I don't think I'm going to have a Redbud dedicated skin. Because old BP's disappeared off to Switzerland with the missus. So bro is not making skins. And no, before anybody asks or anybody suggests, I do not need you to make me skins. I mean, this is red, white, and blue still. This counts. Kind of. I can pull up last year's FXR Redbud gear. Where's rider gear? There it is. There you go. Good to go. We'll ignore the fact that it's got a number 1 on it, because I used to be good at the game. But we're full American. I think if Deegan's going to win a moto this year, it would be like a Washugal. Because for some reason he just absolutely loves Washugal. It's just so hard though, isn't it? Because if you only had to beat one of the brothers, so you had more of a chance, but to beat both of them at the same time seems to be really, really difficult. I don't think Comrade would do much in AMA, unfortunately. Comrade's, for some reason, Comrade is absolutely insane at everything in the UK, and then just doesn't quite perform at that same kind of level anytime he goes out of the country. Because like he beats Herlins sometimes in the UK. I saw an Instagram comment the other day. Someone was like, they was commenting to Hayden, and they was like, Deegan, would you ever consider coming to do UK Arena Cross? I was like, UK Arena Cross have to pay Dean Wilson to come and race the fucking thing. I promise you that Hayden Deegan is not coming over and racing UK Arena Cross. Hello, Christopher. Yes, very long time no see. I think you've got far too much faith in a lot of the European boys, Callum. I respect it. But me personally, I have to wait to see results before I can start fully glazing.
Tell you what, gives himself a facial there. doesn't he?
At Smarties MX became a member.
Thank you,
At
Smarties.
Smarties MX
1 month away from 3 years.
5 months of membership. Boya Boza.
Even though you've been here way, way, way longer than 3 years. I can't remember how to start on sand. Probably should have done a practice start. That's on me. No bueno. You say Conrad's not even going to do Fox Hills? That surprises me. Yeah, if it's all coming out of your own pocket, then why should it? I think that's the reason why a lot of like talent in the UK kind of stops at a certain level. It's just funding, getting people to pay for it. It's also why we are seeing more and more GP or former GP riders going and doing US events, because there's actually money involved. You got a photo of Hurlands? That's very cool. I know the lighting's not good. You see that little shiny bit right there? That is the lens of my Hurlands signed Oakley air brake goggles. So that's the only Hurlands stuff that I can brag about. Oh yeah, she's a very slippery first turn. Is there a January doing this today? I didn't see him in the list. I know that he done last week. No January. Wonder what he's up to. Gonna have to show the camera for proof. That's not good. Hang on. Have I still got audio? Yeah, I just heard a bad sound from my headphones. There you go. See the signature on there? Barely. That was my prize from getting second at EICMA. Atlanta. No, I think I've got a couple of weeks until I'm on a bike again. I wonder what, if there was a way of calculating or working out, what do you reckon the number of fan photos Jeffrey Hollins has taken would be? But surely when you get to like 10,000 photos with fans, you do want to just be over and done with them as quickly as possible. Okay. Race time. 8.5 should be enough, I hope. Good gate. Very, very good gate. I'm hoping some people got the numbers wrong and chose the right side rather than the left side. Quite a lot of Americans in this. A lot of Americans taking the flight over to the UK. Get some racing going. I see... I was about to say, I see like 4 bikes. There's still another bike over there that hasn't gone to the gate. There we go. Oh god, I've got a laggy Brock to the inside. We've got Brock, Paulie, and Prizzy. I have no idea how any of these guys start. Actually, where... Yeah, I don't know where everyone like Cam and that are. I'm just gonna... Middle? I'll lean forwards a bit. Middle. Okay, Borealis knows how to get out of the gate. I mean, Borealis is fast. Oh, Brock's so early. That was so lucky. So lucky. Yeah, sand start's always been something that I've been really, really bad at. Just need to have a smooth opening couple of laps here and hopefully not run into the back of anybody. But I am surrounded by Americans and fucking laggy bikes. Like, how's that bike just hook over to the right there and go to snipe me? I wanted to go inside there, I completely messed it up. Alright, I've got a decent drive. Yeah, I don't think Borealis or Brock done this series last week, so it's cool seeing different people doing it. I'm surprised that they're able to do it on a Monday. Probably quite early for the US still, wasn't it? I just saw the word red flag in chat, and that's literally the first thing I just thought. I was like, watch it get red flag now that I've got a good start. Holy Brock, what are you doing? Why is he so laggy as well? That thing is insane. Don't cross-check me. I'm so scared. Bro's bike has just gone so much faster. Where can I acquire this straight line speed? I'm literally in an American sandwich here. I've got one in front of me, 2 behind me. We get a British series going on, and the usual fast British people aren't up here. And it's just the unk having to try and fight for it. Actually, Breezy's in 5th. Breezy was like 2 seconds faster than me in qualifying, so he should be able to get up here. Oh, I thought that was about to end in disaster. I wonder at what point we'll get into lappers. Nope. Keep scrubbing too far left here and having to go over these two singles I don't want to. And go around the outside of them. Just blacked out, no idea why I went there. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, how did I not get her legs off there? Landed so flat. Lap of 1. Good. Love that from you, Real. Don't love that from me, though. Holy slow. Okay. I'm not sure if that was trying to take out Bobby or trying to take out me or... Oh, God, I love lappers with a passion. I'm dead. Oh, I fucking hate lappers. So oblivious. Get the fuck out of the race line. Especially after you just crash. Like, do you not even look around to see who's around you? Oh, God. And now all the flow's gone. Sick. Well, that's the start of the downfall, boys. All it takes is one dogshit lapper to ruin the flow. It is crazy how much a flow affects you in this, though. Like, go down once and you just feel like you can't play the game anymore. Yeah, I lost 10 seconds of time. That lap. Oh, I fucking hate him. Oh, get out. See, those last couple of laps wouldn't have been so stressful if I didn't lose 15 seconds due to fucking lappers earlier on. Oh my god. Yeah, I had to get the elbows out there on Chase. I didn't want to let him go up the inside, but... Oh, god. Even the crash on the last lap, I'm just nervous because I know Chase is there. And Chase shouldn't have fucking been there because I shouldn't have lost over 15 seconds because of lappers. Oh my god. Where are all these cuts? Oh. Actually, I think I know where all these cuts are coming from. I think they're coming from this straight here. But as long as everybody's getting the cuts, it's alright. Yeah, I saw you and Woodland together for a while, Chase. I was wondering what was going on. That was alright. It weren't terrible. Can we start a petition to make it so there's only 20 people in a race? Because the difference between the riding of like these lot compared to these lot, it's night and day different. Brock left after 6 laps after putting the whole shot. AK left after hitting the kamikaze and trying to ruin my bloodline. Callum left after 2. It was interesting. I believe that's his first ever 450 race, Chase. So I think he's probably bringing some of that 250 rider mentality to the 450s. Hopefully he'll learn that the 450 boys are a little bit more. No, after you, it's fine. Didn't know Chase was fast. I mean, Chase is currently defending 2025 North American Outdoors champion, so he's okay. You know, he can get around the track. He's not terrible. I need to make a mental note of myself to brake earlier for turn 1, because I got so lucky in that first corner and not going down. But I was loving life. I had over a 20-second lead. And yeah, just lappers at the wrong time. It's like, it's so hard to change your line in that sand section when you've got a lapper right in front of you, and then that just obviously lost all my momentum and speed there. It's very, very rough. Got unlucky with Donnelly's bike as well, where he crashed on the inside and his bike was sideways. Hop on Fortnite? Hell no. That's not my thing, Willie. You know this. Come on. That's not a PC issue, Cam. That's an MX Bikes and Discord issue. I don't think anybody can properly stream or watch streams in Discord without MX Bikes going to shit. That is just lovely MX Bikes poor optimization. Yeah, if I was to go and start screen sharing on Discord now, or tab out to Discord a few times and back, my frames would be absolutely horrendous. No good. It's yeah, it's quite choppy. I do still feel like it's going to be hard to just legit pass people. That's why I'm not wanting to move off of the main line too much if there's a lapper sat in it, because I just feel like I'm going to lose a whole bunch of time if I switch my line up at all. I feel like, so usually races, are these, was that a 30-minute race? 25, that's why. I was going to say, usually on the rare occasion I do get into the lead of a race, it feels like the race goes really slowly. But the first time I actually looked up at the clock in that whole thing, there was only 5 minutes left. God, I'm so hungry. Oh, so hungry. How am I don't know how I'm going to do 2 more days of this. I'm hoping it gets to a point where you aren't hungry anymore. I know that tomorrow I'll probably have a really bad headache from the lack of sugar. And then maybe on the 3rd day I'll have like a state of euphoria for a while, and then it'll go to shit again. No, I'm fasting for 72 hours. I'm 28 hours deep right now. Like 29 hours deep right now. Just to reset my body, pretty much. I've just been eating so much shit, and I just crave bad food all the time. So I'm hoping if I just, you know, let my body do its thing for for 3 days, and then it'll reset. I can start from scratch and won't be just craving bad food constantly. Can you chew on chewing? I suppose it's probably different kinds of chewing gums, but even still, if the chewing gum has any kind of sugar or sweeteners in it, it'll spike your insulin levels, which breaks you out of a fast as well. But yeah, I promise you, it's not for religious reasons at all. I'm not a particularly religious man in the slightest. It is just to sort out my gut, sort out my stomach. I mean, I did have really bad food poisoning from Thursday through to Saturday, so I'm actually really low on food in general. And I went racing. I was racing at Hawkston yesterday, and all I had to eat during the whole day then was a pack of fruit pastels and a burger from the burger van. And then since I had that burger from the burger van at about 2 or 3 PM, I haven't had anything to eat since then. Yeah, from Thursday through to Saturday, anything I'd put in my body would very, very quickly come back out the other end, so I wasn't eating much. Just trying to drink more. Well, I feel like I'll be running out of water soon. There's a 24-hour shop near me, I'm sure I can go and get some. Well, I think it was a kebab that gave me the food poisoning in the first place. See, I didn't feel like I was going off the track much at all. The only thing I can think of is this straight right here. I got 8 seconds worth of cuts. And I'm pretty sure I was doing the same thing, like riding here, in my qualifying session. But I didn't have any... None of my laps didn't count. Very strange. How much weight will I lose after? I got no idea. I mean, it's pretty much all just like water weight anyway, isn't it? Since you start eating food again, all of that weight comes back. I mean, if you're not eating for 3 days, you're basically burning about 6,000 calories. If you was to simplify it as much as possible. So at the most, you're going to be losing 1.5 pounds worth of fat, if it even is fat that you lose. So the rest of it would purely just be water weight. When using the LCU, you got 8 seconds on the opening lap and a lot of diseases. Oh. So it's just like a flat out 8 seconds for everybody. Can't scroll up high enough, unfortunately, to go and see it. That would make sense if everybody had over 8 seconds of cuts. There's been tracks in the past, so like, if you used to go online and go and play one of Poboso's Winchesters now, one of them gives you 45 seconds of cuts, no matter what you do. So maybe I actually only got an additional 1 or 2 seconds if everybody got 8 seconds. Which is not as bad. Oh, I'm ready for bed. Oh, God. Definitely not ready for another 30 minutes of MX biking. I need a wee as well. And I didn't need one until, like, the klaxon went to start, which is annoying. I could have gone in between races. I've got no clue how to get out of the gate on sand. Everybody else just gone. I also noticed that everybody has now changed their gate to the inside, which probably had an outside gate last race, so I've got a stinky gate position this time. Nice one. Serov, just hook a harsh left out of the gate. Slide out the inside. No, get hit from behind. Yada. I'm going to straight out of this because I fear I'm going to get cross-jumped. Uh-oh. Oh, I thought I was going to get legs off. How are people just run into the back of me? I don't get it. That's one, Bobby. Run into the back of me and then cut the track. Oh, you just can't fucking right it, can you? Always at the wrong place at the wrong time. We have to try and work our way through this time, gamers. I don't think I saw a single element rider in the last race. What the fuck are we doing, boys? It gets to a point where I'm just scared of just being near anybody, because I just feel like I can get taken out at any time. There's nothing I can do about it. Oh, I've gone so far. Oh, second time taking that line, I apologise. I think I'm up into a good, like a decent spot. Like 7th, I think. I think I saw Jake's number say 6. No idea, it's taking a while to update. Yeah, she's getting rough. Oh, 5th apparently. Yeah, I've tried that right side twice. It's very, very stinky. Like 4 element boys in the top 6 right now. They're loving life. I don't even know if my fucking lap counted. So now I've got to turn around and fucking hit it again. Oh, God. Collisions on this game are my fucking kryptonite at the moment. I cannot get away from them. Riding good up until then. But, typical Lynn style, cannot have a crash without it costing you triple the amount of time that everybody else's crashes seem to cost you. Lost 10 seconds from it again. Like, people crash and lose like 3 seconds max, and I just lose 10. Oh, for fuck's sake. Give me all the cuts. If I can get second this race, I'll still get the overall. As long as Chase doesn't win. I'm expecting Cam to take the lead, but I have to get second if he does, because he got third in the first one. Oh, I've got room behind me now, I can chill. Yeah, whilst it might be nice, I'm running probably like a second or so a lap slower than Cam when I have a good lap. Why do I talk? Even when I feel like I'm riding exactly the same, as soon as I start talking, I crash. I'm saying, I got a gap behind me. If I get second, I get the overall. I'll be quiet now. Well, it's been a long time since I won an overall, gamers. I would like to shout out Discord for making Cam's PC really laggy in the first race. I feel like I can go faster on these steering settings than I could my previous ones. But I definitely get off balance a lot more. Like, I'll lean the bike over too far in the corners and the front end will start wanting to go. So I think it's just going to need a bit more playtime to get some muscle memory down. And then hopefully it'll be alright. Because some corners I feel like absolutely rip, and others I'm kind of like tiptoeing, like not 100%, you know, locked in. Track was okay. Track was okay. I don't know if I made any legit passes. Instead of, not just like other people made mistakes, and that's why I went past them. But very, very, very beaten up at the end of that. Like, really, really brutal. I'd honestly say maybe even a bit more tricky and rough than Hawkston was, surprisingly, which I didn't expect. Like, so many parts of the track where I just expected my legs to completely come off the bike, just explode. Fly around just a little bit so you can see the depths that we're working with here. See how square-edged things are as well. Happy to make it through 2 races without my game crashing. I'm very well, thank you, Diesel. Hope you're good. Still chugging the PBRs, I hope. But I think it's been a common theme for all of outdoors this year where I haven't had awful pace. I just can't keep her up on 2 wheels for 30 minutes for some reason, and which is what I used to be good at. But now it's, I don't know, I do struggle. Again, I'm just going to blame it on old age. Blame it on the eyes getting worse, not being able to see too much. It was good, though. I feel like on Cam's bad laps, I was the same speed. And then on Cam's good laps, he was a second to 2 seconds lap faster. So I don't think there was ever a world where I would straight up be catching him. So I was just trying to not crash too much to let Boy catch up with me. But yeah, it looks like Chase had a big old charge as well. I didn't see him in the top 10 for ages, and he finished in 4th place. So we went 1-2 for first. Cam went 3-1 for second, and Chase went 2-4 for 4th. There was a period of time there, I think, where Element were 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and maybe 7th, with Boy, JS7, Aiden, Jake, and Breezy. So they were chilling inside the top 10. Oh, yeah. Good stuff. I changed my lines in that second one, which helped. So, like, going middle here helped me quite a bit. switching to the inside here was good as well. I should have done this so much sooner because this outside here was getting pretty shit. It's not so much the corner itself, it's the exit, like trying to carry your front wheel over this shit. The inside there was nice. Probably still could have carried on going inside here, but I was just going middle to try and stay out of it. And then started rolling this because I was getting scared about slapping my front end up down too hard here and crashing. And then outside here was actually really nice. Like outside, jump into this rut and rail it and then go again. But yeah, it was pretty good stuff. Well, it was nice to see some of the Americans doing it as well, Chase. There's a few people here today that weren't here last week. I don't know if they stayed for Moto 2, actually. I think they might have all left. But Brock was in the first one. Borealis was in the first one. He left early there. Woodland tried 450 Life. He left halfway through that one. I feel Braden does a lot of EU stuff anyway. Yeah, overall, not a terrible night of racing. I'm dripping. I'm very, very sweaty. What's the temp saying in there? It's not even hot in the UK today, I don't think, and it's 29 degrees in this room because of that damn PC pumping out hot air everywhere. Crazy work. But hopefully I've kept you all entertained for a couple of hours on this Monday evening/night. Probably see you on Friday. Redbud, to be honest. I now need to go and I need to just entertain myself in whatever way possible just to not think of it. You know what doesn't help about thinking about food is I've got this sat on my desk. This is what gave me food poisoning on Thursday. Bad GDK. I need to just food out of my head. 2 more days to go, and then I've done 72 hours fasting. Yeah, appreciate all the kind words, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your nights, and see you on Friday.